Okay, so if you're running a business in Saudi Arabia, you know that tax penalties can be a huge headache, right? Well, what if I told you there's a limited time opportunity to wipe them all away? Let's dive into exactly how this new ZATCA initiative could save your business a ton of money.
Look, it happens to the best of us. A missed deadline, a small filing error, and before you know it, those penalties start to stack up and put a real strain on your finances. It's a really common problem, but ZATCA has come out with an initiative that might just be the relief you've been looking for.
And we're not just talking about a small discount here. This is a real game changer. It's a formal, government-backed chance for businesses to get compliant without that heavy burden of past fines. It's an opportunity to get everything back in order.
All right, you're going to want to mark these dates on your calendar, like right now. This is a 6-month window, and that's it. It all kicks off on January 1st, 2026, and it ends, no extensions, on June 30th of that same year. So let's get into the details of this. It's part of a broader program designed to ease some of the financial pressures that businesses have been facing. It's really a structured way to offer relief and, encourage everyone to get fully compliant. So what is this thing, really? Well, it's an official resolution from the Minister of Finance, and it's all about helping businesses get back on solid financial ground by waiving certain penalties that have built up over time. The goal is super simple. Fix your tax status, and the fines just disappear. Now, this is super important. Not every single tax and fine is covered by this initiative. So let's take a really clear look at what's included and, just as crucial, what's been left out. The good news is the list of what's included is pretty comprehensive. As you can see, if you've got outstanding fines related to VAT, withholding tax, corporate income tax, real estate transaction tax, or even excise tax, you're in luck. This initiative applies to you. Okay, now for the flip side. A few really important exclusions. First, this doesn't apply to fines you've already paid, so no refunds. Second, it absolutely does not cover penalties for tax evasion. And finally, it won't apply to any fines on tax returns that are due after the end of 2025. This is all about clearing up past issues. So what kind of fines can you actually get wiped off your record? Well, the list is pretty generous. We're talking about all the common ones, fines for late registration, late payment, and late submission. But it also covers penalties for correcting a VAT return, and even some of those specific field detection and e-invoicing violations. All right, you know what's covered. Now for the most important part. What do you actually need to do to get these fines waived? And ZATCA themselves put it pretty simply. The message is clear. If you take the steps to get your business fully compliant, they'll hold up their end of the bargain and waive the fines. It's a win-win, really. It really boils down to 3 straightforward steps. First, register for any tax systems you should be in but aren't. Second, declare by submitting all your overdue returns and fixing any mistakes. And third, pay the original tax amount, the principal debt, in full. Now, if you can't pay it all at once, there is another option. So if paying that whole lump sum upfront is a challenge, you can apply for an installment plan. This is a fantastic option for businesses that need a bit more flexibility, but you have to know that it comes with some very important conditions. If you're thinking about an installment plan, you really can't wait. Your request has to be submitted and officially approved by ZATCA before that June 30th deadline, so please don't leave this to the last minute.
And this is absolutely critical. Once you're on an installment plan, you have to stick to it. If you make every payment on time, you're golden. The fines stay waived. But, and this is a big but, if you miss even one payment, ZATCA can cancel the plan and bring back all of the fines that were previously exempted. The stakes are high.
So let's make this real. What does this actually look like for a business owner? Let's take a look at an example to see just how big the financial impact can be. Meet Saad. He runs a fragrance shop, and like many people, he was late submitting a VAT return. Now, without this initiative, he'd be looking at some serious penalties. A late submission fine up to 25%, plus a late payment fine that just keeps growing every month. But because he took advantage of this opportunity, he just submitted his return, paid the original tax he owed, and poof! Those hefty fines were completely waived, gone, reduced to 0. So, one more time, what's the most important date in all of this? June 30th, 2026. This is the absolute final deadline. Everything has to be done by then. Registration, submission, and either full payment or an approved installment plan. After this date, the opportunity is gone for good.
seriously, this is such a rare chance to wipe your business's financial slate clean. It's a massive opportunity. So the only question left is, are you ready to take it?